So, hi Tom, can you give me an introduction into yourself, your education experience, and your role at ATS?
My name is Tom Zheng. I am a PhD in human health and performance, organizational leadership, as well as I hold a couple masters in applied exercise science and kinesiology. Most famously, I think I was the performance therapist for the San Francisco 49ers, as well as I've worked with professional athletes, professional teams, and health tech companies over the last, I'd say, about decade. So I think one of the coolest things that brought me onto the MetaFlex or the ATS team was the utility of these MetaFlex gloves. So as she mentioned, they have a great benefit in terms of combining compression with a resisted grip strengthening that can be applicable to anything from hand fatigue to improving grip strength.
What do you think of the MetaFlex gloves? I see how your gloves there, you're getting them on.
I'm actually going to put them on right now. I really like the MetaFlex gloves on a couple of different occasions. I personally wear them post-training. It helps with a lot of the soreness and the fatigue, particularly in the hand and the wrist, as well as if I'm spending a long duration on the computer, either in meetings or doing therapy, actually. I like to wear the MetaFlex gloves on after as a recovery modality as well.
How does compression work? How does it help? Who does it benefit?
I think compression benefits anybody with what has that something called edema. So anytime you overuse something, or even if you're very stagnant, what ends up happening is your circulation is affected and you get some of the swelling effect, right? Which I think a lot of people, particularly with arthritis, deal with. What that does is it causes stagnation in the blood, as well as accumulation of what's called inflammatory biomarkers. So they're kind of like little things that tell your body to send inflammation that way. So what compression primarily deals with is it helps get all of those markers and that liquid out of the area so that you have a reduction in stiffness and in pain.
Who do you think would benefit from grip strengthening?
I think everybody would improve and benefit from the grip strengthening aspect, because as we're more sedentary, like this doesn't just apply to, like, when you think of grip strengthening, you think of athletics, you think of like increasing ball strength, but I think it applies to everybody because we're a lot more in tune with sitting, working in front of a laptop, working in front of whatever, right? So mechanically, our hands are locked in a semi-flex position all the time, and that causes a lot of, poor joint dynamics would be a good word. So that's why there's a influx of things like carpal tunnel, arthritis in the hand, trigger finger, all of that cool stuff. So when you talk about grip strengthening and the inclusion of resistance bands, they almost act as a isometric for your hand, so that it's continually working at a different scope so that you can reduce some of that hand wear and tear.
And then we added a few more features onto the gloves. We've got the touchscreen pads, but we also have this grippy inner matrix, which allows you to wear the glove when you're doing more types of activities. So who do you see being able to use the glove since we've added that? Where do you see benefit for the user?
I think it adds different scope, particularly with the webbing. I mean, it basically, one of the biggest issues with regular gloves is it's slippery, right? So if you're playing on your phone, or if you're doing whatever that requires any type of stickiness, it'd be a little harder with something like a non-sticky glove. So I think having the inner webbing is beneficial for that. And on the other side of things, if you're looking at the athletics, I think having the inner webbing also mimics a little bit more of what a hand feel would be. So if you do want to do something like a ball drill or like a reactive drill, something like these with the gloves, you can not only improve your, athletic prowess, but at the same time, you're going to be working on strengthening that grip strength.
Generally, who do you think would benefit from the MetaFlex glove?
I think everybody has a benefit from the MetaFlex glove, from your 70-year-old granny to your 18-year-old athlete. I think with the various verticals of benefit it provides, you can make an argument for almost every age, gender, and demographic.